Some of you guys might remember last year I posted up a little video on my channel entitled Henri DuPont, Conman Thief. Now for those of you that haven't seen it, I'll pop a link up on this video somewhere where you can go and check out that original video if you so desire. Now I'm not going to go into too much detail on this video about it, but basically what happened, this fellow named Henri DuPont, he hated being called Henry. He said his name was Henri. So this Henri DuPont answered an ad that I had in the paper for a room that I had to rent here at the FAB branch. And he turned up and he was full of big talk, said that he was the founder of the DuPont Corporation or the heir to the DuPont Corporation, what the fuck ever. Now, I wasn't really fooled by all his bullshit. However, I thought I would give him the benefit of the doubt and allowed him to rent a room. Now, to cut a long story short, this man was just a fucking maggot, and still is. And when he finally did a runner and took off from here, he stole 3 near new laptops from my home and also left owing about $3,000 in back rent. Now, how did I let it get to that stage? Well, that's a long story, and it doesn't really matter, not one that I'm going into now. So, what happened, gang, about 3 weeks later, some friends of mine managed to track him down, and he was holed up in some little cheap motel just on the outskirts of town. So I went over and paid him a little visit about 5:30 in the morning. I banged on the door, and the stupid fuckwit opened the door. Anyway, to cut a long story short, things got a little bit out of hand, and I found myself in a situation where I had to defend myself. Now, after the ambulance turned up to take this slimy little fucker to the emergency ward, the police arrived as well. Now, I had located the 3 laptops in this motel room and I put them in the boot of my Benz. And I was just waiting for the police to arrive. I knew they were coming. So what had happened, the ambulance took this fellow away, and the police then said to me that I may be charged and that I had to take the laptops out of the boot of my car and hand them back to police. And police then handed them to the management of the motel to await further instructions. What the fuck? What the fuck was that all about? Now, they couldn't talk to DuPont because he was in a semi-conscious state in the emergency room, and he was being stitched up. So, what's happened, gang, is the police have obviously decided they will interview him in a few days. The following day, DuPont has discharged himself from the emergency room, and he has then returned to the motel, grabbed the laptops, and done a fucking runner. Now, no one in my circle of friends has seen or heard from him since. Now, it was very difficult to get a photograph of this slimy little cunt. If there was any cameras going, and let's face it, there's always cameras going at my house. That's my phone. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I thought that might have been DuPont on the phone. So, like I was saying, it was very, very difficult to get a photograph of this slimy little motherfucker. So, as soon as cameras came out, he would run a mile. Now, I have had camera crews here at the house on various occasions for shooting different things, and he would run out the front gate. Now, I knew there was something a bit sus about him, and that was why he left. He knew that time was running out for him. So, I guess I'm done with him. It doesn't really bother me, but what does bother me is that this little fucking maggot has turned up again in Melbourne. Now, this is a warning for any of you that live in Melbourne. I don't know, I mean, this cunt has got fucking balls bigger than fucking bull's balls, eh? Because he's wanted in 3 states. He's already served jail time for fraud. He is now currently wanted in 3 states. He's turned up in Melbourne and Victoria, and he's opened up a fucking real estate office, for fuck's sake. And you go to the website, it's just a bullshit website. Anyone can fucking see through it. It's just a bullshit website. But he's opened up a website. He's got photographs of all the other staff there except for him. Surprise, surprise. And a very diligent member of the FAB army, thanks a lot, Bob, has had some dealings with this character and is now struggling to get his money back. And but he managed to snap a photograph of him on his iPhone the other day, which is the photo that you saw at the beginning of this video. Now, take a good look at this photo. I'm going to put it up again at the end of the video. Do not under any circumstances do business with this man. Now, on his website, he has address and phone number details, which I'm going to post down below here in the bastard bar. Please, by all means, gang, feel free to give this cunt a call and say g'day. Please, by all means, if you live in Melbourne, feel free to swing by the real estate office and ask for Henri DuPont. Let him know that the FAB sent you. You know how I'm always asking you guys to, pop over and pay someone a visit and say FAB sent you? Yeah? Well, this time you can literally walk in the door and say, hey, FAB sent me. Gang, the scam that he's up to at the moment is that he's selling properties in different states from portfolios, so from books. He's selling properties, investment properties, to gullible people. Now, these properties aren't even for sale, right? They're just properties that he's pulled off the internet, and he is selling them sight unseen. Now, he's taking deposits off people, large deposits off people, and what will happen is that within the next 4 to 6 weeks, I know how he operates, as soon as he's got enough of these deposits together, and as soon as the people wanting to know where their deposits have gone or wanting their deposits back, or as soon as the heat starts getting turned up on him a little bit, he will take all the money and he will disappear. And this is what he does. He's very, very good at it. He's a very good con man. He's a very good thief. He preys on single mothers. He preys on pensioners, and he basically preys on, I guess, vulnerable people in the community. He certainly preys on the elderly. Now, how he convinces people to buy these properties is that he advertises them at about half of what they're really worth. And this is what suckers people in. They'll have a look at a unit that might be worth 350, 400,000. They'll have a look at some nice, pretty photos of it, and he might be offering it for sale for 190,000. And the reason is that the owners are desperate to sell. They're moving overseas. One of his other favourite stories is that the husband has died and the wife just wants to get rid of the property because it contains too many bad memories for her. Another favourite one is that the husband has died and left the wife financially bankrupt, and she needs to sell the property quickly to repay the mortgage. There's all sorts of stories that he comes up with. So gang, please do not be fooled by this man. Take a good look at this picture once again, and if you see this man in the street, please feel free to punch him in the fucking face. I know I did. Alright gang, you've been warned. This is your old mate the Fat Aussie Bastard signing off. You guys, be good. Little message for you, Henri, because I know you're going to see this. You're going to be fucking sorry the day you ever fucking met me, brother. Hey? Is that a threat? 100 fucking %, pal. Ha 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 ha.